Are you represented on the streaming platforms?
Do you know how to get your music on there?
How much can you earn on Spotify, Apple Music, and other platforms?
And how can you expose your music to new listeners, thus increase your revenue?
This is a vlog, Do You Speak Music? About management and marketing in music, where we,
Ira,
and Nastya, talk about different parts of life of musicians.
our goal is to make your music life pleasant and safe, and bring you from where you are to where you want to be.
So, what's a streaming platform? You probably know Spotify, Apple Music, Shazam, Deezer, SoundCloud, and YouTube, right?
Yes, of course I know, everyone knows. There are also such as Tidal, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeart, and others that we haven't even heard of, but they might be popular in other countries.
Maybe you've noticed such a term as DSP in English articles. It stands for Digital Service Provider.
Is this the same as a streaming platform?
Yeah, feel free to use both terms to describe streaming platforms.
Ira, actually, what are you doing? Like, what is this?
I'm counting my yearly income from streaming platforms.
Okay, so you can also add mine. We were working together.
Yeah, I can do, why not? By the way, we have a special video about money management if you want to check it out.
Yeah, subscribe to our channel not to miss it.
This got me thinking, why don't we figure out how the revenue from streaming platforms work?
Yes, how much can you get per stream?
For every 1,000 plays on Apple Music, you can get $7.8. On Google Play Music, it's $6.7.
Wait a minute, I have heard that Google Play is dying out.
It's not going extinct like dinosaurs. It's actually been acquired by YoutubeMusic, but artists are still getting paid.
Okay, good.
Returning to revenue. On Deezer, for every 1,000 streams, you get $6.4. On Spotify, it's $4.3. On Amazon, it's just $4.
And finally, for every 10,000 plays on YouTube, you are entitled to get $6.9.
Interesting fact. In order to get paid by YouTube, you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers, at least 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months.
The revenue is not huge, it's quite modest in fact, especially for an independent artist.
However, top artists make a fortune from this streaming. Let's see some examples.
Okay, so the leaders among artists with the biggest number of monthly listeners are Ed Sheeran, The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, and Drake. Each of them has had more than 50 million monthly listeners in the first half of 2020.
Oh god, okay. We'll leave you to count how much they earned in 2020 so far.
Remember, you have to multiply that number by the number each monthly listener streams each song.
Great, but how can we collect the money from streaming platforms?
This is where digital music distributors come on the stage. Welcome them!
Woohoo! What's a distributor and what's the history behind it?
Previously, customers bought their favorite music on vinyl records, cassette tapes and CDs, like I did actually. In most cases, it was the record label that paid to have these products manufactured.
To get album copies in the hands of fans, record labels signed deals with distribution companies that in turn signed deals with retail stores to sell the albums.
Today, digital music distribution services help independent artists and labels get their music on major online music stores and streaming sites worldwide.
There are such distributors as TuneCore, CD Baby, DistroKid,
Yeah.
Lander,
Come on, girl.
YoutubeMusic,
Yeah.
The Orchard,
Hot girl.
Awal, and others.
These digital aggregators distribute music on
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTubeMusic, and Deezer, and other leading music platforms.
It literally means that you are registering on CD Baby, for example, uploading your single, EP or LP there, and then CD Baby negotiates with the streaming platforms and collects all mechanical royalties for every music purchase, download or stream.
Interesting fact. Royalties are payments to owners of property for use of that property. Royalties often deal with payments for the right to use intellectual property, such as copyrights, patents, and trademarks.
The four main royalty types in music include mechanical, public performance, synchronization, and print music.
Today we're going to touch upon mechanical royalties that generate music income for the physical or digital reproduction and distribution of copyrighted works.
This applies to all music formats such as vinyl, CD, cassette, digital downloads, and streaming services.
That's weird. Why would we call digital downloads and streams mechanical royalties?
Because previously it only applied to things you could manufacture mechanically, like CDs, vinyls, cassettes.
And now, in time of digital platforms, they just didn't come up with the right word,
Yeah.
I guess. So the revenue from streams and downloads are still called mechanical royalties.
Overall, digitalization brought many benefits to independent artists, just like we are. We have now more opportunities.
That's true, yeah, but more work as well.
And more money.
And more work.
And more money.
And more work.
Yes, and digital distributors also are interested in being paid and make money.
Yeah, and they definitely make more than we do.
Each distribution platform has its own pricing.
They can charge a set fee per album or single release,
A yearly or monthly subscription.
or a percentage of your record sales, 10 to 25%.
So plan your budget, carefully read each distributor's pricing plans and terms.
I personally prefer the last option. I think it's more feasible for emerging artists.
Me too. Also, pay attention to how you can withdraw your revenue afterwards. Some platforms only allow PayPal withdrawals, and this option doesn't work in Ukraine.
Yeah, and some platforms work with Pioneer and some support international bank transfers. This would actually work in Ukraine. This bit is important and usually overlooked by musicians.
Don't forget to do your research about withdrawals before you sign up for a digital distributor.
Yeah. And while picking the distributor, remember, there are bigger distributors like CD Baby, TuneCore, DistroKid, and smaller distributors like BitChain and Emobands.
The benefit of popular distributors is that they are recognized by Spotify and Apple Music. For example, you can create your Spotify for Artist profile quicker if your music is distributed with TuneCore or CD Baby.
However, they can be quite slow at replying to inquiries, and they've got, a lot of customers.
For example, we have had a situation with communication with a CD Baby. We have noticed that our album was marked as explicit content.
Right?
And we didn't have it actually. So it took us almost 2 months to resolve this issue.
Wow. On the other hand, smaller distributors like BitChain are at their development stage. They are very responsive to your questions as they are striving to develop their reputation.
Keep in mind that the distributor is a new professional partnership. Choose the most beneficial one for you. Make sure the distributor fits your needs, your resources, and your goals.
Nastya, we have mentioned Spotify for Artists before. Let's talk about this more.
Yeah, let's talk. Every artist can claim their Spotify, Apple Music, and Deezer profiles to have more access to the information presented there.
Okay. Have you noticed that some Spotify profiles don't have bio, pictures, and, look quite empty?
Yeah, that's because the artist hasn't claimed their profile actually.
Right.
If you don't want your Spotify, Apple Music to look like it has been abandoned, just claim your artist profile.
Yeah, and that means once you upload your song to the distributor and it has been approved, the distributor creates your account on Apple Music and Spotify, but unfortunately they don't care about your bio, pictures, and additional information.
To claim your artist profile and have access to editing, you have to go to these web pages, to Spotify and to Apple, and sign in from your personal account, and then prove that you are part of the band, that you are artist or manager or bass player.
And on top of that, you'll have access to statistics. How is your song doing after the release, for example? Who is listening to it? Where are they from? What age are they? That might help you to understand your audience more.
And the last important thing, if you own your Spotify for Artists account, you can submit your music for editorial playlists.
Yeah, that's nice. Editors on Spotify actually listen to your music prior to release, and they decide whether it's good enough to be added to one of the editorial playlists and get exposed to thousands of new listeners.
Thousands of new listeners. Who would say no to that?
Don't know. Interesting fact. If you want your music to be considered for editorial playlists on Spotify, make sure you upload via distributor and it gets approved at least 7 days before the release.
Just to mention, distribution companies tend to focus their promotional efforts on top-selling artists. So if you are an independent artist, you would need to do the promotion yourself.
Again. Get your music to as many ears as possible. Use radio plays, blogs, shows, word of mouth, and any other way you can think of to get your name out there.
Actually, if you want to know more about release strategies, we have a video about that. You can find the link to it in the description.
Yeah. Now, we've mentioned editorial playlists. Are there any other types of playlists out there? As I realize not as many artists get selected for editorial ones.
Of course, there are lots of services that allow you to pitch your music for playlists. For example, Playlist Push.
Usually they are quite expensive though, as they are oriented on artists who have budgets. However, there are services like daily playlists, which are completely free and just require you to like the playlist in order to pitch your music to it. That's not bad.
Yeah, also I would like to talk about a service named Submit Hub, which gives you an opportunity to pitch your music not only to playlists, but also to blogs, podcasts, radio stations, and YouTubers, Twitch users, and lately even Instagram influencers.
During lockdown, I had a chance to dig into Submit Hub myself and managed to increase our monthly listeners count to a bit over 1,000.
Well done, congrats!
Thank you so much. Actually, what I liked about Submit Hub is that it's got two options. One is free of charge and one is paid for. And actually, we got a really nice opportunity to be...
So, Submit Hub is actually a very good platform for independent artists, which provides many useful opportunities, including being added to Spotify playlists.
Yay! Interesting fact. Submit Hub was founded in late 2015 as a way to make the process of sending music to curators as easy and transparent as possible. It was founded by a music blogger, James Grishkov, who wanted to improve communication between musicians, music bloggers, and playlist curators.
Ira, can you imagine you are a music blogger? You actually are. And you receive hundreds of emails daily from musicians. Would you open all of them?
Probably not.
Okay, and now imagine that you can receive per each email you review and answer from 50 cents to $1.50.
In that case, I take the job. Bring it on!
And that is why Submit Hub became one of the most popular platforms for communication between artists and music bloggers and playlist curators.
The process works well. More than 1 million songs have been shared on Submit Hub to date.
And your song can be also submitted to Submit Hub. In this blog, we talked about different streaming platforms like Spotify and iTunes.
Also walked you through different digital music distributors, their role in your music career, and that we should choose them with care.
In today's video, you can also find how much money you can receive as an artist on streaming platforms and how to increase your revenue using playlists.
And we briefly looked at the money withdrawal process from different distributors and platforms.
Finally, what we would like you to do.
Choose a distributor for your release, or if you already have one, assess if it's good enough, or maybe you'd like to change it.
Actually, you can work with several distributors, releasing one single on one platform and another on another one, to check how it works.
Claim your artist profile on Spotify and Apple Music.
Upload there your pictures and bio.
Once you released your song, try pitching it to different playlist curators. You might use Submit Hub because it has free of charge option.
And don't give up if you are not receiving answers to each playlist submission and your number of listeners doesn't grow rapidly. Try as hard as you can and you will get a result.
Traditionally, please let us know which bits of this blog were useful to you personally.
Please like and share this video with someone who might benefit from it as well.
If you still have questions, feel free to leave your comments below and we'll make sure to answer them. Let's go to the skies and see. What?
On Spotify and Apple. We have planned and produced 15 videos of the vlog Do You Speak Music?
And if you would like us to continue the vlog, please become our patron on Patreon.
Yeah, the link to our Patreon is below this video.
And we'll really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you.